Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CHENGDU. It's the opening of Leg 5 of the Asian Tournament, and we are back here in China. First game, the Leopards versus the Vanta Black Dragons. First game today here inside this beautiful gym in CHENGDU, China. And the Dragons controlling the tip with Robert Earl.
So very important for the Dragons to be able to start strong, because it has been quite a struggle for them so far in the TAT this year.
By the way, my name is Sandy Grumo with Noi Africa, and Daniel LaGuardia is our courtside reporter. We are expecting this to hear from Shenzhen. They're very noisy. New Century. Shenzhen New Century, they're young players. They're the future of Chinese basketball.
And we got here early before the game and we saw them train. They were actually having a full workout, doing all the drills for their bigs, for their wings. So you can expect this team to be very fundamental in the way they approach basketball.
Yeah, we saw them during the warm-ups. Very basic basketball. You cannot see them doing the in and out, the crossover, the push, the pull-back dribbling.
Yeah, very efficient in their movement.
And we are also expecting that to happen for New Century to trap their opponents at the corners.
They're going to have to rely on their youth and their speed
and
try to push the pace in the game.
New Century Shenzhen versus the Vanta Black Dragons. First game here in CHENGDU, China. Our second time here in CHENGDU. And the third time here in China. That's a three-pointer for Shenzhen.
Cannot afford to leave the bigs of New Century from the outside.
It's Ma scoring for Hausen Ma. Jersey number 5, first three-pointer of the game, and the first player to score for them was Chen, number 13, Xiao Yi Chen.
A quick 5-0 run to start the game for New Century.
Number 15, that's Xiao Jimi, also a good player. This is Robert Earl. He brings the ball down. Earl, what a move by Robert Earl.
That time no one stopping the basketball for New Century, but look at them trying to push right away.
3 world imports there for the Vanta Black Dragons. This is payback time for them. They're not winning games here in the Asian Tournament.
Considering how really competitive they were last year.
When you and I covered the first game of the Asian Tournament.
The first leg in Foshan here in China too. Went all the way to the finals, going up against the Black Bears.
Yes, it was the very charismatic coach Bobby Gonzalez coaching the Dragons during that time last year. 8:03 remaining in the first period. We are glad you can join us. Leg number 5. And this is sponsored by Daily Fantasy and Yakult. And our official basketball is Pounding. We are also broadcasted by Blast TV and Top Sports. $72 is our score. There's a very big gymnasium.
And like you said, we expect New Century to be very loud, especially from their benches. We're hearing them screaming commands right now.
Miller misfiring inside. Here's me. He brings the ball down. A good point guard. They always look for the open man. Wu Kaibo, an explosive player for New Century Shenzhen. Me can score from that spot, but he will not take it. Number 9, it's Lee. Back to Lee. Boo, unable to continue. He's cut inside. 1 second to go. And picked up by Colin Q.
Having a little difficulty getting that ball inside due to that Dragon zone.
Jemerson, that's Robert Earl Kendrick Jr. with his first, make that second field goal of the game.
Again, no one stopping the basketball for a New Century.
Nice pass. Good strip there by Miller. Against number 9, Lee, Shinhang Lee.
Well, they have to be careful with the quick hands being shown here by the Dragons defenders. Almost getting that turnover.
Jamerson played in the last leg. I'm talking about the Dragons. And they will feature 2 Filipinos in their lineup in the coming days. Jamerson fires, and it's way off the target. He is 6'5". Four on 3. Lee inside, not able to score. Miller comes down with it. It is Jameson.
It's really the presence of Baru in the paint, forcing that tough shot from New Century.
Robert Earl. Here is Earl for 2. Hits the back iron. Housen by the rebound. And now he is in the starting 5. We have a whistle. And we have a substitution, a platoon substitution.
And you see that a lot in youth leagues, but even here in the TAT, you see that in the New Century squad.
Outside shot, that's good. Ajay Baru. All right, Ajay Baru. We can call him Baru.
First basket for Baru, the big for the Dragons.
Jabao Zhang is in the game. The putback, no.
That was a gimme. He had that ball right inside the paint.
Robert Earl, we are approaching the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Earl, here is Colin. Hugh lost it, but he is fouled by Yilang Lan.
See right there, the ball movement, the drive at the baseline. Forced to a foul is New Century. Shot from the outside, way too short.
Number 22 is Kong Lee. Kong. You know, they're big guys will never stop passing with each other. They're a good team. Even their big guys can pass, and there's the tender touch by number 12, Yu Hao Lee.
Right now, the Dragons would be better served trying to attack the bigs of New Century. They are quite tall, but they look very young.
For 3. No. 4 minutes and 20 to go. We are live here in China. First game of leg number 5 of the Asian Tournament. Robert Earl shopping around. Jabao Zhang guarding him. Earl from far away, hitting only the bottom of the net.
That was a good closeout though, coming from Zhang, but just better offense for Robert Kendrick Jr.
3, no. Yilang Lan. That's Jai Ji Guan. Here's Jabao. Hesitation for a while for Kong Lee, and he misses that one. Here is Robert Earl Kendrick Jr. Colin Q short on the 3 attempt. Nice reverse by Yilang Lan.
That's what you want to see from New Century. Try to force those turnovers, push the pace, and get those easy baskets in transition.
And it's New Century cutting down the lead to 1 point, heading into this timeout. We'll be right back. Before we go to the break, let's take a look at this transition offense by New Century, cutting the lead of the Dragons to 1 point, 10 to 9. All right, we would like also to thank UH Baller, the official outfitter, Cathay Pacific, the official airline, BYD, Cass and Spot On. Robert Earl, guarded by Guan. Cho is in the game. Julius, the tallest and the biggest player, is out of floor right now for the Dragons.
First look we have here in the CHENGDU leg for Hannibal. Right away they go to him in the post.
Su with the interception there. Son Young Choi. Su is free but will not take the 3. Shot clock down to 14 seconds. Here is Robert Earl, guarded by Yilang. Earl missing out the 2 attempt. Here's Guan. He stops. Nice move by Sinhang Lee.
Great decision from the point guard, waiting for his other teammates to come back in transition on the secondary break, getting their 2 points.
Zoe. It was like a suicide attempt for Son Young Choi.
Right now for the Dragons, I think they're trying to take on these younger kids one-on-one, and right there, able to fish for a foul.
He brings a lot of energy when he's inside the court.
And you can see the Dragons already setting up on the defensive end.
A minute 57 to go in the first quarter. (14-11) in favor of the Vanta Black Dragons. We go downstairs. Howson Ma not able to score from the corner. Robert Earl Kendrick Jr. It's a very long name. I think we actually agree on what to call him. We're going to Kendrick Jr. or Robert Earl.
Kind of like Robert Kendrick Jr., much like Robert Downey Jr.
Howson Ma will go to the bench, a major scorer for the New Century team. And Robert Earl, or Kendrick Jr., will go to the bench for the first time with a minute and a half to go. The Vanta Black Dragons playing zone. And that's how you pull back. Open three. No. That was Jaelang Kim, a new player for New Century. He's according to Coach Yuan, he's a good acquisition for the team. Shoei. Sue outside. Julius Hannibal. Easy 2 points for Julius. Now he has 4 points. I remember when we were in Passi when we did the first leg, he was shooting 68%, number one in field goal percentage when we were in Passi.
Well, if I were the Dragons right now, I'd go exclusively to Hannibal, as I don't think anyone can guard him one-on-one in the post.
Shoei with a beautiful fake. He goes inside. Nice penetration by Sang-Yoon Shoei.
Look how quickly New Century gets back on offense. Even on a made basket for the Dragons, are pushing.
Both teams not yet in the penalty. So that was a foul. That was a good foul to give. Now our shot clock. It's off right now. 16 seconds remaining. And Chin for the throw in. Oh, that's a foul on Sang-Yoon. And quickly he acknowledged it.
He really got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, holding on to the New Century big.
"13 seconds remaining. Baseline attack, very short for Lee. 3 seconds for three. First quarter comes to an end with the Vanta Black Dragons scoring, coming from the big guy coming off the bench, Julius Hannibal. They're ahead by 5 points. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here in China, leg number 5 of the Asian tournament. And the Dragons up by 5 points to start the second period. And let's check in with Daniel Aguardia. Daniel.
We saw the determination of the New Century even before the game, which is actually the fruit of Coach Yuan's labor. For Coach Yuan, he shared that he has spent a lot of time, at least 3 years, with these players to mold them into a strong team. That is why with their big men, guards, and individual players, he hopes they get to showcase what makes them special and play to their strengths. With that, to start this leg strong, he said that through overall defense, including the fighting spirit and speed of these young guns, this will allow them to compete with the more experienced players, especially with the Dragons' new imports. Showing grit and determination, let's see how they perform this second quarter. Sandy and Coach Noy.
You know, Coach Yuan is a very good developmental coach. And he's in charge of developing this future Chinese basketball stars.
Again, very important for our coaches, developmental coaches, to be able to handle these players for a long time. And right now, 3 years into this program, you're eventually going to see some good results, positive results, as you see here that drive inside, getting the foul.
Second quarter just underway here. Kendrick Jr. in the game. Robert. Nice shot touch to the baseline now. Robert with 8 points. He's playing with 1 foul also. And this is the largest lead of the game at 7 points, 20-13. Wu Kai-bu is still scoreless. And you know, Wu Kai-bu is their #1 scorer. And that was Kong Lee with his first 2 points of the game.
They've been getting a lot of good looks inside, just a matter of converting them, and it's really hard when you've got Hannibal patrolling that paint for the Dragons.
And those are good passing big man as Julius will try to dunk it. And we have a foul. It's in Kong Lee.
A little delayed on the call from the refs, trying to decide if it was a block or a charge, eventually calling that one.
There's a thin line between the charging foul and a blocking foul.
And that thin line you could hear with the hesitation of that whistle.
Yes. And Julius Hannibal from the University of Portland will go to the free throw line.
Well, Hannibal has been one of the more dominant persons here in the T80, especially inside the paint.
He's been with the team since the winter tournament. Julius Hannibal is the longest tenured player, and sometimes he's acting as the head coach also of the Dragons. Wu Kai-bu! He's the most explosive player there, but I'm quite surprised why he did not score in the first quarter.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking to shoot early, but right now I think he's feeling that the New Century offense is starting to sputter.
2 minutes gone in the second period. Kendrick Jr. Nice. Oh. Deflection there. Battle for the rebound. And Chin is fouled.
I like that play coming from Wu Kai-bu. From the recovery, before he fell down, was able to get that outlet pass up, allowing that New Century transition offense to get running early.
Baro is in the game. 3-point lead for the Avant Black Dragons. The line is Pei-Liang Chin. Look at the tiger look of Coach Yuan. I've seen him twice already since last night.
I think he was one of the first persons you saw when you got in.
Yeah. He was the first one to greet me. That's a 3-pointer from Jemerson. And Baro will score downstairs. Derek Jemerson, he's 6'5". And Baro, I think, is 6'7". Jamerson Jr. What a move. He comes up empty, though, and thought he was fouled.
It looked like he picked that ball up too early.
17 of the 24. Wu facing the basket, finds an open teammate. Corner shot is good. And Wu Kai-bu with the assist.
A quick trigger from the 3-point area, not allowing the Dragons to be able to close out.
That was Chan who made it 3. Kendrick. Tender touch? No.
They get the offensive rebound.
Jamerson. Here is Kendrick Jr. That is his third miss here in the third period. Ma. They always fake, they dribble, jump stop. Very basic basketball for Shenzhen.
Well, if you're just going to throw the ball away, would have been better served taking that open shot from the corner. But again, you're always looking for a better shot.
There's a lot of youth teams here because it's unlikely. They follow the pattern in Europe. In the Philippines, we have the varsity players in schools. Here, they have club teams. And we all know what happened to the Australia versus China game. China lost by only a point. That was scary. Australia, it's been 17 years or 17 games they're undefeated here in Asia.
When everybody was expecting Australia to just, dominate each and every opponent, China came really close.
Yeah,
came down to the last possession.
And this is how things are made. Youth teams like Shenzhen and Baru will be fouled downstairs.
And they get to play against, professional club teams also.
And they go abroad also. They go abroad to play against the club teams.
With the exposure that they're getting from tournaments like the Asian Tournament.
Yep, very true. And that's Ajehi Baru at the line.
That's quite a front line.
Flex.
Quite a front line for the Dragons. Imagine him and Hannibal playing together.
Yilang Wu saving it. Hausen Ma. 3, no. There's Hausen Ma. Guarded by Jemerson Jr. Hausen. 3. It rattles out. That's Yilang Lan not scoring from long distance. That's their problem also, their three-point shooting.
And that should be a main weapon for them. You were watching them having all those shooting drills earlier when we got in.
Approaching the 5-minute mark. There's the soft pass coming from Wu Kaibu. It was too soft that Zhang not able to get it.
I feel like Wu Kaibu is trying to defer too much to his teammates. He's been trying to set them up. At some point, he's going to have to take over the offense here for a new century.
5 minutes, 13 remaining in the first half. The opening game of leg number 5 of the Asian Tournament.
If you hear someone shouting, that's not Sandy. That's Coach Yuan.
Yeah, Coach Yuan. Nice move. Hausen Ma!
No one there to stop the basketball for the Dragons, allowing that easy basket for Ma.
They're tied at 23-all. Hausen, oh, what a fake, and fouled by Baru.
Very effective fake coming from Ma. Getting a big fish in Baru. Baru, who we saw yesterday, was already warming up, having his shots up here at the venue.
Hausen Ma with 9 points to lead all scorers. And he felt the contact there.
Oh, he definitely did. Baru made sure that he felt it. But that was actually a good foul for Baru.
Yeah,
he got caught jumping, made sure that there was no three-point opportunity for Ma.
He's one of the senior players for New Century. And they tried to double on Song Yoon Choi, and number 0, Yilang Lan, will be called for the foul.
Well, one thing I've noticed in the first 2 quarters, both teams haven't really been in team foul trouble.
Jamerson there still scoreless from the field. Calling cue. Shot clock at 7 seconds. Shoei, and does he know? Shoei short on the penetration. Bottle not able to score, and also Jamerson there. Hausen Ma attacking the defense of Colin Q. Hausen Ma with 11 points.
Yeah, that's one of the problems when you go aggressively for those offensive rebounds. You allow yourself and expose yourself to these transition points.
Very basic. Jump stop. You fake. If you can't get the final look, then you pass the ball.
Pass it up. That's right.
And the New Century Shenzhen up by 4 points, 27-23. We'll be right back. And so far, Shenzhen New Century Tuna outscoring Vanta Black Dragons here in the second period, 14-5.
Really been a different story for New Century, as they really just stuck to the basics.
Kendrick Jr. crossing the timeline. Here is Bato downstairs. Nice move by Bato after the timeout.
They have to impose their will inside. That's where their strength lies.
Oh, what a move by Wu Kaibo! And he looks at us after that move.
I wasn't talking about him having that strength inside, but he shows us how.
Wu Kaibo able to get to it. Here is Housen Ma. Ma! He hangs in the air and draws the foul. Oh, look at that adjustment in midair.
You like how he decelerates and
Yes.
changes speed while he's attacking the basket and using his upper body strength.
Good point there, Noy. And
Thank you,
again, he
Sandy.
will go to the free throw line. A 16-7 scoring for the New Century. We have to be careful with that because I'm thinking of something else. New Century versus the Dragons. First game of the Asian Tournament here in Chengdu, China. But this is a different venue, and we first came here last May.
I think we're going back to the other venue later in the tournament. We're moving back to the other venue.
We're going back there. Oh, of course. What makes this so special, the TAT in China, because Kawhi Leonard will be here. That will be on the 24th. Kawhi.
The claw.
The claw.
The claw.
The claw. Three minutes remaining in the first half. Wu Kaibu can score from that spot, but this time he will not lead the rebound. There's a Bruce Lee museum here in Chengdu. Oh. Both stays.
Quick thinking there for Lan, who actually had a wide open opportunity, just unable to catch the pass.
Housen Ma, he gives it to Yilang Lan. Number 15 is Xiao Zhemi. Their number one point guard. Three, if it goes in and short. Shots not falling in from long distance for Shenzhen New Century. Kendrick Jr. with the attack. Housen Ma not able to control it. Jamerson for three, very short, and Kendrick Jr. will score on the putback. Well, a little nudge there by me.
A little lucky there for Robert Kendrick Jr. getting back into the play, getting that offensive rebound untouched until the last moment.
We'll turn you over now to Daniel LaGuardia. Daniel, what's the latest?
The Dragons may have fallen short the past legs, but Coach Z is confident that they are bringing in a new version of the Dragons. They have enough people to work towards their goal with now a complete 12-person lineup, including 4 fresh new faces in the Asian tournament, namely Kendrick Jr., Baru, Zhang, and Chan. But aside from that, they have worked on their new system, introducing a faster and more athletic Dragons, especially with the addition of Baru. It's a neck-and-neck battle. Let's see how they'll push to outperform their opponent. Sandy and Coach Noy.
And let's see how will they perform here in their first game. As Daniel mentioned earlier, there are new faces for the Dragons, and there are 4 world imports. Julius Hannibal, Jamerson Jr., Kendrick Jr., and Baru.
Well, the thing is, as much as they've retooled, almost all of the teams have retooled too.
Yes. And Kendrick Jr. with the attack there using his left hand. And he cuts down the lead to 2 points, 32-30.
Attacking the basket, Robert Kendrick Jr. has been very difficult to cover for New Century.
Wu Kaibu. Blocked by Jamerson. Picked up by Lan. Wu is open from the line and he comes up empty. Another rebound for Shenzhen. Lan. Jamerson able to get to it.
Well, New Century has been trying to execute, but the defense of the Dragons just really not allowing them to have any flow in their offense.
That was a good no call.
Referees just letting our players play.
Kendrick Jr., there's the double. And a foul given up by Yilang Lan.
And I believe they're in the penalty already. New Century with, already in the penalty. The Dragons only with 3.
Well, Shenzhen in the penalty with 41 seconds remaining in the first half. Robert Earl, Kendrick Jr. is at the line. Has 13 points and playing with the 2 fouls.
A very impressive debut so far
for
the Dragons. His first game here at the TAT.
Chen, Wu, Lan. Yes!
Well, sooner or later, the Dragons will need to close out, as they've been giving a lot of attempts from the 3-point line to New Century.
Yilang Lan with his first 3-point field goal in the second period. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds to go. Baru provides the screen. He drops, but Robert Earl will continue to dribble and will fire and will not score. Colin Q, 5 seconds. That will do it. For a while I thought it was 5 seconds. It's 0.5. And end of the first half with the New Century Shenzhen up by 4, 35-31. Ingay kasi dito. Ha? Hindi pinapatay natin. Pareho kami nag-shot. Meron akong shot na ganyan ha.
don't know. They don't know.
在敏感和你期盼的深海，人们在祈祷的平安，希望前路一马平川。我的宝贝，我的心爱，这是对人的心爱。嘿，月亮不照一场，风不烧起来，笑不跳起来，嘿，风不变来，心情般一场，风不烧起来，月亮亮起来，星星空白，就在放空风轻风大，管你天不算轻松大。 心痛呀，心痛呀，我明白。
您好，您拨叫的用户暂时无法接通，请您稍后再拨。
May volume. Wala na. Hindi na ako Mahal kasi, pag uwi ko, 5,000 kaagad yun. Mahal kasi yun, 5,000 kaagad. Data. International roaming ba?
Ganun. Sa kasi,
Ha?
yung sa kanya, 800 daw, 15 gig, 10 days, tama ba? Ano? Pero nakalinya yata sa linya ka, di ba? Nakalinya ka. Oo, so, hindi ko na-off eh. Hindi ka siya mag-roaming, di ba? Pero merong internet dito. Tingnan ko dito sa baro.
He's from Ivory Coast. Shout out pa. All right, we are back here, and our score 35 for the New Century team, 31 for the Ranta Black Dragons. And let's take a look at the numbers here. Noi Africa.
So far, New Century shooting the ball much better, 42% against 35% for the Dragons. They've hit 3 3-pointers, none yet for the Dragons. Turnover stories already 9 for New Century, but interestingly enough, they're actually getting more points off turnovers against the Dragons, 8 to 3.
Jamerson with the offensive rebound. That's the high man for the team, for the Dragons, Kendrick Jr. Good strip there by Colin Q. Robert scored 14 in the first half, the leading scorer for the Dragons, while Hausen Ma was the leading scorer for Shenzhen with 12 points. Hausen Ma will throw it in. Shaoji. Elevator play. Hausen Ma not able to score from long distance.
So far for Vanta Black, already course, Kendrick Jr. with 14, Hannibal with 6, Baro with 5, and for New Century, Ma leading the way with 12, Shen with 7, and quite surprisingly, Wu Kaibo only with 2 points in the game.
Lee short, and he gets it back and will score.
Those offensive rebounds are really hurting New Century. They still do have the lead at 2 points, but they're giving up too many offensive rebounds. I believe that's 7 by my count.
House and Ma. Oh, that's a big three. You know, that's the problem when they first joined the Asian tournament. They don't have a one-on-one player, and House and Ma provides that one.
At that time, he caught Kendrick Jr. with his hands down, pulling up for that 3. 15 points now.
Kendrick will score from that side.
A quick reply for Kendrick Jr. now with 16 in the game.
We cannot understand this. Substitution. And Kong Lee is back in action. Open lane. Jamerson, yes. And that's the first 2 points for Jamerson here in the second half. He is 6'5" and played for Peñarol Mar de Plata in Argentina.
Expect him to be one of the vital cogs, especially on offense for the Dragons. His first 2 points.
Lee. Well, he lost it momentarily and regaining control of the basketball. And now the Dragons are ahead by a point, 39-38. Lee, look at that. He lost it momentarily and regaining control of it and was able to score. And Lee with his third field goal of the game, he has 6 points. Back in a moment. (39-38). Shot clock at 12 seconds. Nice move by Sinhang Lee. Nice attack to the rim by Lee.
New Century has really been very particular with their execution. This time they were able to get the basket out of it.
Miller not able to score. Taken away by Xiaohee Chen. Chen throws it up, hitting only the board that time. Rebounded by Baro. Into the hands of Kendrick Jr. Jamerson. He last played in Argentina. Now he's in Asia. This is the second blocked by Baro there. Kendrick. Jamerson. Nice move.
Right now, the game is starting to get very wide open as players not really playing good defense right at this moment.
Three-pointer from Yilang Lan. It's been back and forth here in the third period.
Oh, that's an 8-second violation.
And he knows it. He was a second late in crossing the border.
Too nonchalant at that time for Robert Kendrick Jr.
43-41. We are glad that you can join us. My name is Sandy Grumo with Noy Africa and Daniel Aguardia. Welcome back to the TAT, guys.
It's great to be back.
Well, it's been a long time. 5:45 to go. Ball goes back to Shenzhen.
That's going to be another turnover for New Century. Jamerson able to force that turnover.
And that is turnover number 10 for Shenzhen. Now he is hurrying up to cross the timeline. And Kendrick is fouled by Kong Lee.
Not a good foul as he had already Kendrick Jr. hemmed in. You see right there, great show, but a little too aggressive.
Oh, caging. There's a caging foul committed by number 4, Guan Ji.
Two quick team fouls for New Century.
Substitution.
Well,
Oh, he's not happy.
Yeah,
Coach Yuan is not happy. I tell you guys, he's not happy.
these young players have to adjust very quickly to how the referees are calling the game as Wu Kaibo back in the game.
He's very soft when you interview him. But during game time,
He's
it's
always
a different
smiling.
monster there. Yeah.
He's always smiling off the court.
Yeah. Look at that. He's shaking his head. He's not happy with the way things are going right now with the Shenzhen.
Well, because all of a sudden the referees have tightened the way they're calling those fouls. Well, earlier in the first half, we were saying that the referees were letting the players play.
He is complaining about that caging call, the foul that was called earlier against Guan. 43-41 is our score. Baru from Ivory Coast. And it's all yellow shirts for the rebound. Housen Ma, too strong off the glass and draws the foul.
Well, he got a lot of points in the first half in transition, and this time again, Ma getting a foul, just unable to convert.
And the line is Housen Ma, a good one-on-one player. That's what they need with this team. You know, if your system doesn't work, you need one-on-one players. You need to have a go-to guy in the team.
And it's great that they do have that option with Ma on the floor. Again, you'd expect them to be the one pressuring the basketball, but right now they've been turning the ball over much more than Vanta Black, already with 10 turnovers against, I believe.
And the steal by Housen Ma. Oh! Slam dunk for Housen Ma.
Ma is in the house off the steal.
Ma. Under 5 minutes to go in the third, and don't look now. Shenzhen ahead by 4. Jamerson getting closer to the basket, hitting it from the line.
Starting to hum here with 6 points in the second half after going scoreless in the first.
4 minutes and 13 to go. Shot clock down to 13 seconds for Shenzhen. Housen Ma showing. Finds Wu Kaibo, but that was a bad pass. Too strong, too high for Wu Kaibo.
And a little too late on the cut for Wu Kaibo.
And Wu only scored 2 points. His less touches back in the first half, shooting 1 out of 3 from the field and played for 13 minutes.
But he did have 2 assists as he was trying to set up his teammates.
Battle for the rebound, taken away by Shenzhen. Housen Ma. Look at that move. Housen too strong off the glass. I like the move.
Yeah, very patient, but unfortunately just muffed the attempt.
He is playing like a very true veteran for the team.
Defensive foul number 22, 22号无人犯规前场球。
He has been leading his team in scoring. Already with 18 in the game.
3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the third period. Score is 47 for New Century, 44 for the Dragons. Baru. Here is Wu. Oh, fouled by Zhang. That was his first attack to the basket.
Has been very content with setting up his teammates, and that's how he try and finish. You go strong. Make sure at the very least you get.
First time I saw him during the third leg of the TAT when we were in that other side. He was dunking on everybody. Wu Kaibu scoring at the free throw line. Three minutes and 42, and Wu missing the second free throw. Wu Kaibu with 3 points. Lowest scoring output so far for him here at the Asian Tournament.
But he has still more than 13 minutes to get his points up.
Lan completing the steal and the basket. Completing the play that time. Yilang Lan with 12 points.
See how the Dragons respond to this pressure defense. Another turnover.
Lan ahead and will score in transition.
That's the one thing that is underestimated in the game of Wu Kaibo. Just really understanding the way the game is played, gets that steal and quickly gets that outlet pass out for the easy layup.
Yilang Lan ahead. Now here's 14 points. We'll be right back. That's Robert Earl Kendrick Jr., the high man for the team, playing with 2 fouls, 17 points here in the game. Song Yun Choi is back in action for the Vanta Black Dragons.
Right now the defensive intensity has increased for a New Century. Let's see how the Dragons respond.
Number 64, Julius Hannibal, will be called for the offensive foul. His first personal, by the way.
Well, probably for Hannibal, he feels like for himself that was not a foul. It's just him pushing his weight around in the paint.
It's like man versus machine that time. So huge. The Dragons playing zone defense. Shot clock 13 seconds. Lan. Wu from far away. Ball deflected out of bounds by Lan. It goes back to the Dragons.
That was a good open shot for Wu Kaibo, just unable to convert.
Hao Sen Ma fouling Robert Earl Kendrick Jr. Substitution for Shenzhen. Allison Ma will go to the bench. And Kin back in the game. Also, Wu Kaibo will go to the bench. Number 9, Lee, Shinhang Lee. We'll see action here for Shenzhen. Su. Robert. Julius finds Shoei and draws the foul. Nice assist by Hannibal. Nice pass.
Much as you know that Hannibal can just force his way inside, found an open teammate, not hesitating to give up that pass.
Songyun Shoei from South Korea, the first South Korean player to play here in the Asian tournament.
With some imaginary high fives.
All their teammates are not there. They're on the other side.
Very wary of the quick pace that New Century is trying to force here.
Inside pass is deflected. A nice shot by Lan. Yilang Lan there for Shenzhen. Now he has 16 points. The second high man for Shenzhen. Shoei. Jamerson rises up for 2 and got it to go.
That's a shot from the mid-range. Very hard to stop. Very high release point.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the third period. First game of the Leg 5 opening here in Chengdu, China. The dunk, no, they will not count it. It's downstairs. It's not in the act.
Nevertheless, great execution
Yeah,
right there.
that's true.
That's a great pass.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, just because you finished with the dunk.
We can hear you and say, come on, ref, come on.
A better job for New Century here, especially in the third quarter. Better execution, looking for those gaps in the defense of the Dragons, and they've been getting better shots here as they're up now by 7.
Now, Coach Yuan is the former national team coach of the youth of China. The national team of China. Kin not able to score that time. That was too hard. A minute 18 to go in the third period.
Look at the defense.
And that's how you break it. Put the man in the middle.
And stay patient.
And tracks it down. Julius posting up. And the Shenzhen players crowding him, resulting to a steal. Julius able to get to it. Stopping the play, last touch. Julius Hannibal.
Never giving up on that play, even if he turned the ball over. Able to win that possession back for the Dragon.
You know, I love the way he rotates his players. I'm talking about Coach Yuan. They're ahead 54-47, and now returning there, Wu Kaibu and Hausen Ma. Both are legit scorers and can defend. Ball deflected.
2 players on the floor trying to stop Julius Hannibal in the paint.
(54-47). Kendrick Jr. And rebounded by Halson Ma. We go to the corner. Wu. He gives it to Hausen Ma. Wu. Hausen is free for 3. Done. Final seconds of the third period. 7 seconds to go. Wu Kaibu First field goal for Wu here in the third. And that ends our third quarter. Shenzhen with the biggest lead, 56-47. Nice pass from Xiao Jiemi. And I'm surprised it was not a dunk by Wu. Back in a moment. Fourth quarter is coming up. Back here in China. This is the fourth quarter, and what can you say about the New Century Shenzhen back in the third period? They outscored the Dragons 21-16.
Well, at the beginning of the third quarter, it was actually New Century who was turning the ball over, and the Dragons were taking advantage. But later on, the execution and of course the defensive intensity just going up for New Century, and they end up having that 5-point advantage in scoring in the third quarter.
Wu Kaibu with 5 points. I think that's 7 points here in the game. Leading scorer for them is Hao Ma with 18, followed by Yilang Lan with 16 points. But Lan is playing with 4 fouls.
But he's been doing a great job at the point guard spot for them.
Into the corner we go. Here is Su. Taken away. Yilang Lan lost it in midair, and it goes out of bounds.
But you like how quickly they attack in transition, coming off a steal very quickly, pushing it in transition, but unfortunately a turnover, and he gets a seat on the bench for his troubles.
Chen back in the game. Wu Kaibu with a steal. Hao Ma goes behind the back and the spin. 4-3. Bang!
And if those three-pointers start hitting, if they get hot from the outside, this is going to be a hard time for the Dragons to get back into the ball game.
Chao Yi Chen scoring from long distance. They try to double Su. Now it's Jamison. Su is open. Good backs out there by Wu. Mi. Three-pointer. And Hao Ma will not take it.
They're very selective with the shots that they take.
That was a fake dribble handoff there. Wu deciding. He decided the last minute to drive to the basket.
Kaibo may not be scoring heavily, only 7 points in the game, but he has been doing everything else for New Century. As Robert Kendrick Jr. back in the ball game, he was limping a little bit at the end of that third quarter.
There's 17 points here in the game. That's Wu. Hausen Ma. Back out to Wu. Kong Lee with the ball. Shot clock at 2. Hausen Ma. No more clock remaining.
Shot clock violation.
Well, sometimes that's really the problem of being patient on offense. Sometimes you're too patient
For the comfort.
that time. Ma gets rejected at the paint.
17 of the 24. Zhang. And a bad pass. Ball goes out of bounds. Baro back in the game. Baro with only 7 points here. Former Ivorian national team player.
A little more agility in the paint for them, as Hannibal, not really the fastest of players in trying to break that pressure defense from New Century.
Miller is, that's Baro. He was blocked inside.
Right now, really better defense for New Century as they've held Kendrick Jr. He had 14 in the first half, only a total of 17 so far.
Baro attacks too strong off the glass. He gets it back and will score. Born December 1991, December 10, 1991. He represents the Ivory Coast. He played for the national team in 2019. And he played college basketball for College of Charleston.
Right now, you'd like to see the Dragons to try and impose their will inside, especially with Baro on the floor.
You know, Baro participated in the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup, and he averaged 3 points and 2 rebounds and 1 assist per game. Ball goes back to Shenzhen.
I believe that's an unsportsmanlike foul being called on number 17. On the turnovers, they were trying to stop New Century from getting out in transition. They're called for an unsportsmanlike foul, so that's going to be 2 free throws. And ball possession, as it's Lan now with 17 in the game.
Number 12,
Two out of 2 for Lan.
Ball stays with Shenzhen New Century. Seven minutes, 9 seconds remaining. And this first game here in CHENGDU, the Asian Tournament. Whoa! 3. No. Lan. And Guan will set up the table for Shenzhen. Shot clock at 5. Lan for 3. Still no goal for Shenzhen from distance. Jamerson with a gorgeous move inside.
They get a lot of their points inside the paint, and right now they need to quicken the pace a little more as time is beginning to wind down.
Both teams not shooting well from long distance. The Dragons 0 of 3 from the 3-point territory. And Shenzhen is 3 out of 14 from the 3-point territory. Substitution for Shenzhen. A 10-point lead for Shenzhen New Century.
Now it's Ma getting a breather. Wu Kaibo still on the floor.
6 minutes and 19 to go. And Baro not able to score. Me stepping on the gas pedal and scores over Colin Q. Basket will count plus a foul.
That's the first 2 points for me. He wasn't really looking for a shot. He's been very content in running the offense for New Century, but this time calls his own number, gets his first 2 points of the game.
Largest lead of the game at 12, 63 to 51. A substitution for Shenzhen. Lan will go out his 4 fouls. And Howson Ma back in the game.
He got like maybe 10 seconds on the bench to rest, 1 play. Back on the floor is the leading scorer so far. No, I'm sorry, it's actually Lan now with 18, tied with Ma.
Sue. Jamerson. It rims out like a toilet that didn't flush. And the ball goes out. It will remain with the Vanta Black Dragons.
As Ma was unable to get that rebound. Coach Yuan asking that there was a push.
Sue. Guarded by Lee. Colin Q. Nice pass. Howson Ma.
That was actually a good Zuti foul because that was a 1-on-3. And they're not in the penalty yet, so good stop for the Dragons that time.
Coach Yuan talking to us.
He's upset, but he looks happy.
Howson Ma. Me. Shot clock down at 10 seconds. 1-on-1 here. Me with the attack draws the foul.
Very explosive, very physical point guard. This time getting to fish another foul.
He has a good body frame.
Seems a little
strong
hurt.
player also. It's in the act of shooting. 2 free throws for number 15, Mi Xiaozi. The Shenzhen New Century outscoring the Dragons here 8-4. Now it's 9-4. 65-51, largest lead here, Noi.
New Century has really turned on the Jets, especially here in the second half. They've actually outscored the Dragons 30-20.
5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in this game. And he's limping. Mi Xiaoji asking to be taken out. Kin is back.
Looks like a case of cramps for me.
5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Try to double up on Robert. Baro against Wu. Too strong, hitting only the back iron, picked up by Howson Ma. Howson, he gives it to Wu. Kin. Howson Ma sees an opening. He will drive and basket will count. Plus a foul.
When he got the basketball, he was looking for his options and he saw that driving lane just very wide open. Baru very late on the recovery, giving up a 3-point opportunity for the leading scorer so far.
And Baru will get a technical foul.
So you compound your inability to get back on defense early with a 3-point opportunity and a technical foul.
Two quick fouls given up by Baro.
还是3-5，还是3-5。
So that's almost a 4-point play for Ma.
判断一下。
Hausen Ma at the line.
That foul also puts the Dragons in penalty. He's not happy.
Oh, yes.
His team is up by 18, but Coach Yuan is not happy at all.
Su
Number 8, Kitty.
is fouled by Kim.
头上，打在我们头上。赔谁？
Well, he's claiming that his player got hit
Oh,
in the face.
so they will change the call. So it's an offensive foul
这两个部分为球权交换来到
on
世
Su.
新世纪2任。
换人，换人。给不到，给不，给球了。
It's live ball. You cannot substitute players here.
走一上，走长一点，走长一点。
Wu asking for it. Now he gets it. Kin cutting there. Hausen Ma.
切走，
Shot clock 10 seconds. Wu. Look at the player movement. Players moving without the basketball. That's a 3. Yes!
That's very patient basketball, as Wu Kaibo did get a double team, had an open shooter at the corner.
Largest lead of the game, 72-51. And the arrow is pointing to the Dragons.
The Dragons. The problem right now for the Dragons, are literally just dribbling into those double teams.
Kin the rebound and was not able to control it.
Continuing to be a struggle for Kendrick Jr. Only 3 points in the second half after scoring 14.
Both referees are looking at each other because the lead referee was he blew his whistle because the ball went out. And then they decided to call a jump ball, but we're using the possession arrow. So the ball goes to Shenzhen.
走小马们。
Hausen Ma.
相对，相位。
One-on-one. Hausen is fouled by Shoei.
Number 17.
And they're in the penalty, so that's going to be 2 more free throws for Ma, who now has 20 points in the game.
Hausen Ma, their leading scorer with 20 points, and they're playing with 2 fouls. If this is boxing, he is a southpaw. It's a lefty, and he's shooting 1 out of 3 from the line here in the fourth quarter.
I don't blame you for the boxing reference.
Hausen Ma gets the second free throw.
Really just been a turnaround in the second half for a new century as they continue to put
And the
pressure.
steal by Hausen Ma. Ma driving there, using his right hand.
And right now the Dragons, they look broken. Their spirits have been broken by this just unrelenting defense coming from New Century.
Shot clock 15. He's been the go-to guy when you need to score. Hausen Ma with 25 big points.
And it's not like he's been dominating the offense. He's been very opportunistic, especially with those transition baskets.
And he's playing good defense also, and he's rebounding also for the team.
Just actually really just a total team effort, especially on the defensive end for New Century, looking to start this leg with a victory.
Hausen poked away by Shoei. Su. Jamerson. Sun scoring there. Oh, that's Shen scoring for the Dragons, 77-56.
Well, as soon as New Century just really stuck to the basics. This has been just a totally different ball game for them.
Inside we go. Ball taken away. Nice defense by Shoei. Oh, that was Shen. Su. Shen. Here is Shoei. And rebounded by Kin. Oh! Shihan Lee with a slam dunk.
Coming out of nowhere, coming off the bench, finishing with that two-hand flush.
Su attacking and scoring. A minute 25 remaining in this first game here in Chengdu, China. And Shihan Lee again with a dunk.
Talk about quality minutes, coming off the bench with two quick dunks.
What's going on with the Vanta Black Dragons? Total domination here by Shenzhen, outscoring the Dragons 25-11 here in the fourth quarter.
Really just quite curious what the adjustments were during halftime. I mean, what went on during halftime for New Century, because it just has been a completely different team coming off the break.
The players on the floor now for Shenzhen. Kong Lee is there. So we will select the player of the game later on. You already made your choice and we will not divulge it. It's a secret, right, Daniel? I think Daniel is not listening to us. Don't give me that look, Daniel, as Kong Lee will score.
Total team effort on the defensive end. Offensively, you've got Ma with 25 points, Lan with 18, Shen with 13.
Shen intercepted by me. It's not you. Xiao Zhe-Mi. We go to the corner for three. Bang!
All of a sudden, even those outside shots are falling for New Century.
It doesn't need warm-ups. For three. Number 19, Yonghan Shan.
You see the energy coming from the bench, not dipping at all, even in the closing seconds of this game. And you like that if you're the coach, that anyone you get coming off the bench comes in with the same focus, the same energy that they bring into the game.
Yeah. 4 seconds remaining. And that will do it. Big win for Shenzhen. They're getting their first win here in the Asian Tournament, here in leg number 5. 86-58. Housen Ma, their leading scorer with 25, followed by Yilan Lan with 18 points. Shen with 13 points also. And for the Dragons, it was Robert Earl Kendrick Jr. who top scored for the team with 17 points. And Jamerson with 10 points, but it was a late explosion for Jamerson because in the first 3 quarters, especially the first half, he did not score from the field. Now we go to our move of the game. This is the high man, Housen Ma, with a slam dunk. He's been very active at both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. This is from another angle. Housen Ma leading the way for Shenzhen with 25 big points, and he is also our best player of the game. House and Ma. There you go. And I think Daniel is ready now to talk to our best player of the game, House and Ma. And she is with Cindy C, our interpreter also, to talk to our best player of the game. All right, we go now to Daniel.
Thank you so much, Sandy and Coach Noy. I have here Mahausen with 27 amazing points for this game. Of course, you built a double-digit lead. How did you stay in control and not let your opponent catch up?
你们双数的领先，如何把这个维持到最后？
我觉得应该是我们的防守积极性吧。对，因为我们这个球队最防守是第一位的，所以。
He says it's all because of their defense. This team puts defense first in everything that they do, and so it's the defense.
Well, it definitely showed, of course. But Mahausen, you were a big part of that double-digit lead, especially with that 27 points. So what was working for you, or what worked for you during those runs?
你在这个比赛很重要，那你觉得你这场比赛在哪里打得不好？
我觉得这场比赛主要还是我个人还是以团队吧，因为我们这个队因为内线高度还是不是很高的，所以我充当的角色还是比较就是哪里需要还是去哪里吧，因为我也有时候会打到内线嘛，然后就还是主要就是球队哪里需要，然后有外线也有内线，我会去穿插。
He says he thinks his team is very full of just good players inside and out, so he just tries to fit where he's needed. He'll be on the outside when the team needs him, he'll be on the inside where the team needs him, but he just likes to think his team.
Well, everything was really shown in that game. So, of course, congratulations to you and your team for claiming your first win. Let's get back to you, Sandy and Coach Noy.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel LaGuardia and Cindy, our interpreter. Our next game. Coming up next, hang on for that. The Long Lions will take on the Macau Black Bears.